Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Common Dreads, the second studio record by the band Enter Shikari. Today we're celebrating the 15th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. My story with this band is quite simple. I've stumbled upon their music back in January 2012. It was when their third record was released, A Flash Flood of Color. And that one was amazing. The first song I've ever heard from them was System Meltdown. To this day it's so nostalgic to me, but at the time it just sounded so fresh and interesting, so I just listened to the entire record and then decided to check out everything this band had done previously, and well, I've become their massive fan. I still listen to everything they put out, even if some of the newer songs are not for me, but still I love Enter Shikari. I've reviewed their record, which to this day I consider the weakest. 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago I reviewed their record The Spark. Go check that video out. Now let's focus on Common Dreads. Well, this one was produced by the band themselves, but also by Andy Gray and Dan, the guitarist of Sikt. Apparently at the time of the release this record slightly divided the fanbase. The tone of the music and the lyrics was much more fun and playful. Here on the other hand, well, it's more about the politics, society, economy, climate change. To me, the main theme of this record is basically about people uniting against giant corporations, but of course there is much more to the message than that. I will talk about that more when I'm rating the individual tracks. One of the things I love about this band is that the lineup never changes, it's always the same. For Friends we've got Rue Reynolds on the vocals, additional guitars, keyboards, trumpet, trombone, bongos, etc. Chris Button on the bass and backing vocals. He's also the co-lead vocalist on Step Up, Juggernauts, No Sleep Tonight and Hectic. Rory on the lead guitar, rhythm guitar, and Rob on the drums. What a fantastic group of individuals. The production is tight, it's clean but heavy, no loudness or no clipping, just the way I like it. I love the sound of the drums, the snare, the cymbals, the crashes, the guitars are mixed perfectly, same with the bass and the vocals. If this record came out today, you wouldn't even notice, because of how good the production is. Message is diverse, as I stated before, the songs are mostly about society, the government, the corporations, standing united against such things, anti-capitalism, stuff like that. When it comes to the structure of the songs, well, it depends on the song. Some of them have that basic structure of intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. Some, like for example Step Up, like to shake things up. Like Step Up has 2 choruses from what I remember. It even starts with a chorus, I think. Then there's the breakdown, which happens twice. It's such an interesting structure, I must say. And also some other songs like Solidarity. This one is just progressive from beginning to the end, like every section of this song never repeats itself. It's like a journey. When it comes to the music genre, Enter Shikari is a hybrid band. At least that's how I call bands that transcend one genre and combine 2 or more. The most basic way to describe this band, I think, is to say that they have the electronic elements of The Prodigy and some metalcore, post-hardcore, alternative rock, alternative metal stuff thrown in, and also drum and bass. So that's basically it. And the way they mix all of that stuff, it just comes out so natural, so organic, like it's meant to be. Now let's talk the instrumental work on this record. It's just flawless. Every band member is giving their best performance. The drummer is always on point. The groove, the precision of his playing, it's all there. Next we've got the bass work. It's audible. The bassist sometimes follows what the guitarist is doing, and sometimes he just goes off on his own, which is very nice. I appreciate that. The guitarist, on the other hand, is also straight up killing it. He gives us some of those caveman guitar riffs, you know, 001, the breakdowns, but also some very cool lead guitar work, you know, melodies, harmonics, shit like that. It's all here as well. Next we've got all of the electronic elements, you know, the wop wop, the dub dub, and I just love all of that. Like, it works so well, but some of it, at least to me, I'm sure that you feel differently, because I've talked about this to many Enter Shikari fans, and they love that stuff, but I don't. You know, the keyboard sound on some of the tracks, like Juggernauts for example, it sounds so cheesy, and that cheesy sound is all over the previous album from 2007, like that. I don't like that at all. Next, finally, we've got the vocals by Reynolds, and this dude is magnificent. I love his screaming, singing, shouting, yelling, growling. He's doing it all, and he's just fabulous. I don't even have words to describe that stuff. The singing and screaming, especially on Solidarity, Step Up, All Eyes on the Saint, it's magnificent. I love every single second of it. And also the other band members, the guitarist, the bassist and the drummer, they do backing vocals as well. Let's focus on the bassist, who does a lot of singing, like on Step Up and Hectic. And I love his singing, it's just so emotional, so passionate. I love every time he comes up on the song. And the guitarist is also nice, he does some screaming here and there, same with the drummer. That's it. Let's focus on the first song, the title one, Common Dreads. This isn't even a song, it's also not a sandwich. So this is basically a poem. As you can see, it's about uniting. We have that line, we must let the floodgates open, which is also on the next song. Same with the here tonight I clock 1,000 heads, here to unite through common dreads. Love that stuff, so quotable. It is madness, this normality is madness. I love the oxymoron here. So yeah, this poem is read by the father of the drummer, Rob, as well as bassist Chris Button's grandfather. It's very nice, I love that. And well, I don't know if I should even rate this track, because this is not a song, it's not something you would listen to on a daily basis, but it's a good intro. Like, it has message behind it, it prepares you for what's to come. Question out of 10. Next song, Solidarity. I just love this song, from the instrumental work to the vocals. I think it's just flawless. I love the singing. Our names will not be written on water, and we don't need an ark. No way! One day I know the town will collapse, and we will be the current. I just love this part. Yeah, and all the floodgates will open. Nice growl here. But my favorite part is this one here, the outro. We will sing as one in solidarity. We will sing together. I just love how emotional that part is. Everyone is giving their best, and you can truly feel it. Like, this song, sometimes it makes me cry, and sometimes I just feel it deep inside. It's magnificent, it's one of a kind, and I don't know what's a better opening to an album after the intro, basically. So yeah, this is 11 out of 10. Step Up is almost as good as the previous track. I love the vocals here, you know, the song starts with the first chorus. Love the bassist singing, how fucking cute is our ignorance, as they're praying for deliverance. Love that stuff. Yeah, what else can I say? This is flawless from beginning to end. I love the breakdown with the cool wop 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 electronic elements. Tum 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 tum. That guitar melody. I just love it. It's so memorable. Like everything in this song is. Search and you can find imbalance. Seek, you can destroy imbalance, and you can change your values step up today. The song encourages people to stop hiding and start sheltering themselves from the real problems in the world and face them head on. Very nice message. 11 out of 10, let's move on. Juggernauts. Now this one became a hit for the band. It was even played on the radio, so they were very proud of this song. I love the crashing all in its path moment. Crashing all in its path, crashing all in its path. That stuff is legendary, but that keyboard, that keyboard sound is, it's so cringy to me. I don't know why, but every time I hear keyboard like that, not just in Enter Shikari, but any other band or song, I just cannot stand it. So that's the only flaw. It just gets on my nerves. I wish it didn't, I truly wish it did not, but it is what it is. I cannot change my reaction to that sound. But I love the lyrics here. So yeah, this one is basically about supermarkets and attacks consumerism. Yeah, standard Enter Shikari message. Love the outro as well. This is beautiful, beautiful song. The idea of community will be something displayed at a museum. This is such a sad line. I remember when I first heard this song, this one stuck with me. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Wall is one of those tracks which I did not enjoy back in 2012, but the longer I've listened to this band, I've grew to appreciate these kinds of songs. I really enjoy the chorus here. It's glorious outside. Have you seen the tide? Love that stuff. This is the best part of the song for sure. And the verses. The pre-chorus, well, it's fine, it's okay. Some of the wah wah, not for me. Focus on the good things and not on the wah wah. Then this is a truly fun song. It's very emotional from the vocal standpoint and the music as well. So this one might not be a song that will be remembered, at least to me. I always forget it exists because this album is packed with bangers, but I still do enjoy it. I don't think it's bad. I love the chorus and the verses. The bridge is fun as well. The wah part, yeah, I would cut that out. And the this part, you know, the pre-chorus. But everything else is on point. You can read here about the message. And let's move on to the next one. This is 8 out of 10. Zongt is by far the heaviest track on the record, and I love every single second of it. From this cool little spoken intro to the first verse, I just love how this song gradually, or however you pronounce that, it gets heavier, it gets more intense. And you know, Zongt is like, oh, zzz, you're basically falling asleep, but this song is just so full of energy, it's so relentless, it never lets go. Oh, the best part, the breakdown. I protest. And then the cool heavy metal breakdown turns into a electronic beat breakdown or something like that. Whoop 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 whoop. I just love it. It's just the same melody, but it's played on so many instruments and uses so many electronic effects that just became iconic in my head, and I will never forget about that melody and this song. This is a classic, like, you have to enjoy this song. I don't know anyone who doesn't like this one. 11 out of 10. Havoc A is basically a small short interlude to the next song, but I do enjoy it. The line, the lions are at the door, we ain't taking orders from snakes no more. I love that iconic stuff, but I enjoy Havoc B more because this one, it's like the band is keeping the anger in. This is not a heavy track like Havoc B. We even have a small reference to Acid Nation. I think this was a B-side from the first record. It came out on that The Zone compilation from 2007, which also had The Feast, and I love The Feast. The Feast is top 5 Enter Shikari songs of all time for sure. And I also did a guitar cover of The Feast on my second YouTube channel, Aku, so go check that out, because that song is so much fun to play on the guitar, because it's simple but effective. And Havoc A, or Havoc, I never know how to pronounce that. Havoc, whatever, Havoc A, great stuff, 8 out of 10. No Sleep Tonight is about climate change, and the band basically wonders how all of those people at companies that poison our world basically sleep at night, knowing that, knowing that they pay off scientists to say that climate change is not real, to pay off some other companies so you can pollute the earth with more coal burning and shit like that. You know about that stuff. And I love this song because it sounds so positive, like la la la, but the lyrics are not positive, like this is not fun. And I love the verses here, the vocals, the drumming, the guitars, the electronics, the chorus, so fun. All I'm trying to say is, you're not getting any sleep tonight, or something like that. You're not. I love how he's half singing, half screaming there. This is a hood classic. I can't find any flaw in this song. I enjoy everything here. 10 out of 10. Gap in the Fence. Now this one slightly reminds me of songs from the next album, Constellations and Stalemate. Slightly, just slightly, because of its more introspective and melodic nature. Love the vocal performance here, beautiful singing. The verse goes hard. The chorus, especially, you hear singing in the sunlight very good. This is so much heavy, this part. Maybe not vocally that much, but how it sounds with the music. This interlude, it's also fine. Then the pre-drop happens. This is a long build-up to a big drop with whoa, this electronic drop here, which is quite nice. It's not my favorite, but I do enjoy it. And the outro goes hard. The lyrics, the music here, the vocals. This is probably my favorite part of the song, the outro that is happening here. But from the beginning to the very end, this one is a journey, and I do enjoy it. It's not my favorite on the record, but I'm glad it's on the album, so 8 out of 10. Now let's go some fucking Havoc. Havoc B. This is one of my favorite songs on this album for sure. I love the evil atmosphere it has. It reminds me of the second album from The Prodigy. It has that vibe to it, it's slightly sinister, and the vocals, the screaming, I love the screaming, like, this is way better than Havoc A, that's for sure. Havoc A was like, we are not sure that we are angry, and here, they're 100% pissed off. Love the breakdown, the guitars, the 0-1, doom, 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 whom, the wop 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 that is happening throughout the entire song. Even the outro, the sample, it goes hard. Shut down the war machine. What else can I say? Power! The power line. So fun. 11 out of 10. Antwerpen or Verpen, or however you pronounce that. This one is a special song for sure. It has one of a kind vibe to it. I love the verse, It's so much fun to listen to because it's so heavy and deranged sounding. The screaming, the singing, you get the interlude, which is quite nice. This part, also fantastic. I love the outro. I don't know which part I would consider the best. Maybe the middle part, maybe with the chorus. It's hard, it's hard because this song has its all. It has the heavy section, the more laid back one, the electronic one. It's all here, and it's fun from beginning to the end. And I love the message of this one, Imagine a taxi driver talking to you about some local folklore, and you're just like, this is interesting. Let's make a song about that. And I wonder what that dude is thinking right now. Did he even heard this song? He would be like, wow, they surely listened to my story. Great stuff. 10 out of 10. Oh look, it's The Jester, another song about eating people. Hannibal would be proud. This song, Well, it's also a journey. It starts with, I don't know how to even describe it. Do. Love that melody, and the song gradually gets more heavier. Love the break in the middle, you know, the electronic break. Tum 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 wop 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 wop. Boom 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 boom. That breakdown, it's so funny. It's so fun, you know, just makes you move, you want to dance to that part, but the previous parts, you know, the heavier ones, it's all fantastic. I love everything here, you know. I'm losing words because it's 1 AM already and I want to go to sleep, but I have to finish this review because I'm later busy, I won't be home, so I need to do this now. And the Jester, it's fantastic, love this song so much. Go listen to it right now, but please don't eat people. That's illegal. You can't do that. You don't do it. 10 out of 10. Halcyon is an instrumental piece, it's an intro to the next track, Hectic, and well, I feel like this is the weakest track on the record because it's just an interlude, you know, it doesn't have any vocals. It's nice, but it's only 30 seconds long, and if it wasn't here, I wouldn't care. It's fine, you know, that's all. 7 out of 10, it's good. Hectic on the other hand. This song has the most nostalgic and playful vibe to it, because it's about that, it's about childhood, it's about the times when we were carefree and we felt nice, you know, about everything, about the world and stuff. You were just sitting in your room and playing some video games, like, I met this dude and he was like, yeah, Need for Speed Most Wanted, that's my childhood, and I was like, you know what, it was also my childhood. Like, I didn't play the game for like 1000 hours, that was Heroes of Might and Magic 3, that was my favorite video game, I played thousands or even hundreds of thousands hours of that one, but I've also played Most Wanted, and it's also a part of my childhood and reminds me of those simpler times, and this song also has that vibe, you know, it wants to remind you of the simpler times when you were happy. It's just beautiful. I love the vocals, the melodies. It's also slightly bittersweet because it reminds you that it's hard to have those cool moments when you're older. At least that's how I feel. It's harder to grasp those moments in life. But yeah, the song is beautiful. This part, the bridge, that's the best part of the song for sure. When the bassist is singing those lines, his voice is just so beautiful. 8 out of 10. And the final song on the standard edition, Fanfare for the Conscious Man. This one, it slightly reminds me of Solidarity because I think it even has some of the melodies of that track. It's again about people uniting, forming a community to stand up against the evil of this world, you know. We'll be together against this, we'll be for against this. This is a very nice ending to the record. I do enjoy it. I wish it was slightly heavier, because I do enjoy the 001 guitar riffs, doo-doom, 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 from this point on. I love the verse 2, so strong. The best part of the song, right here. So yeah, this is a very nice track. I know that I'm repeating myself, but what else can I say? I don't have anything to criticize here, 8 out of 10. Now let's talk about the 2 bonus tracks that were featured on the Japanese edition. The first one, We Can Breathe in Space, They Just Don't Want Us to Escape. This is a reworked song from 2006, which was pretty popular on the internet back then, that's what I've heard. I am not a big fan of this one. Not the original version from 2006, and not the new version from 2009. This one sounds slightly like a mess, no, just so much stuff going on, so that actually helps it be interesting for the first 10 to 20 listening sessions, but after that the novelty wears off, at least to me, and while it's not a garbage track, I do enjoy the breakdown in the middle. The vocals are quite nice, some of them not, but some very good. And the changes, you know, the verses, the breakdown, the bridge, it's fine, but it doesn't grab my attention, but that's just it, so I guess 6 out of 10. All Eyes on the Saint is in my top 5 Enter Shikari songs, for sure, so underrated. I love every single second here. Vocally, this is the best song on the entire album, and it's not even on the standard edition. Why? Why? I think it was on one of the singles as well, maybe Juggernauts, but it's not on the album, and it gets on my nerves because this is the best song from those recording sessions, period. This is the best track. Sure, the lyrics are not about society or politics, they're about this dude, Saint Alban, who was beheaded, the bandits from that town, so yeah, that's basically the reason they wrote about him, this song, but I just love every single section here. The verse, the pre-chorus, I swear the saint smiled, I swear the saint smiled, no, the atrocity, all eyes on the saint. The chorus is just so fun. Love that. For many years I didn't know what they were saying here because I didn't check the lyrics. For me, the best part of this song is the bridge and those two lines. This is screamed with such a conviction and anger, and then this part right here, it follows the previous line so well. Like, the entire bridge section is just wow. I just love it, but everything else is almost on the same level as well, so who knows, maybe someday Enter Shikari will re-release this album like for the 20th anniversary in 5 years, and they will add all of the B-sides on one CD, so I will have everything on one CD, so I can pop it in a car and just listen through it all. That's my dream, because importing a Japanese version of the album does not sit well with me, because that import fee, this is why we hate capitalism, basically. I cannot buy Common Red Japanese edition because it's so expensive. Like, the CD is not expensive, it's going to be like $2 or $3, but the fucking fee is going to be like 50 here in Europe, and I am not going to enjoy that. But going back to the song, Flawless victory, 11 out of 10. Now let's talk about two songs from the Tribalism compilation. I couldn't find any information if these songs were recorded during the Common Dread sessions or not. All I could find is that they are from 2009, and the album is also from 2009. So maybe they are from Common Dreads, maybe not, who knows, but I still wanted to include them here because I'm not going to review the entire compilation of Tribalism because I'm not that interested in the live versions of the songs I already know and blah blah stuff like that. So yeah, and I must say that Tribalism, this one goes hard, this first song. It's so much fun. I love the verse, the lyrics here. My boy Newton. Love this line so much. And the post-chorus is very nice, the chorus as well. I love the electronic elements in this song and the guitars the most. But it's not the best Enter Shikari song. I guess it's on the level of Gapon Defense. That's just how I feel about this one. But it's good, 8 out of 10. And the last one, Thumper. This one goes hard. Like, I truly enjoy it. I wish it was on the album, if it was recorded for Common Dreads. The lyrics, wow, they are about unity, stuff like that. I love the verse, the pre-chorus, the chorus especially, and this part right here, the outro. This thing is so much fun. The instrumental work is wow. The drumming, the bass lines, the guitars, the electronic elements, it's all fantastic, but I don't feel as much some of the verses, the vocals in them, they are fine. So it's not a masterpiece, but it's a fun track. 9 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is fitting. Repairability, yeah, it's an excellent record. I enjoyed it from beginning to the end. The only thing I would change about it would be to replace Halcyon with All Eyes on the Saint. All Eyes on the Saint should have been on the album, like I Will Die on This Hill. That All Eyes on the Saint should have been treated better, like it's just a B-side, and this does not sit well with me because it's one of the best Enter Shikari songs and I love it, and I will probably never hear it live, and it just makes me sad, because this song deserves all of the attention, And when it comes to the songs on the actual record, then the best ones are Solidarity, Step Up, No Sleep Tonight, Zonked, Antwerpen, The Jester, Havoc B. This album, it stood the test of time. It sounds just as fresh as it sounded to me back when I first heard it in 2012. I was slightly late by 3 years, but you have to forgive me for that. And that's all. Also, Tribalism and Thumper, nice tracks. Celebrate the anniversary of this record by spinning it today. It deserves your love and attention. I can't wait to hear more from Enter Shikari. I don't know when they will release a new record, in 2026 probably, because the last one came out in 2023. That one was fine, but I didn't enjoy some of the vocal choices, especially the auto-tune, the electronic elements on the vocals. I feel like the vocalist has a very beautiful voice and he doesn't need to use those effects, because those effects, I hate them, I just cannot stand them. So I felt kinda disappointed by the 2023 record. It's one of the reasons why I did not review it last year, because I was like, I like to talk about the songs and the albums that are important to me, and that one is slightly not. Common Dreads, beautiful record, excellent. Go listen to it right now, and I will see you in my other reviews or videos. You can check out my Doom MIDI covers, which I post every single day because people love them, and sometimes I do those reviews when I have time, and that's it. Bye!